Hi, everyone. Jessie Lucas here, and I am so excited to share a little bit about LifeVantage with you today. So, a little bit about me. I'm coming to you from the Washington, D.C. area. I'm a yoga teacher, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and that's been my only career path. And I have always been passionate about holistic health, about empowering people to take their own health and wellness into their own hands, and movement was my way to do that. I went into that field because of a love for meditation and self-awareness and being able to make changes with what you could do through movement. And what I realized as my career went on is that some baseline was missing. And I knew that lied under the surface in your cellular health. What I didn't know was what to do about it because everywhere I looked, nothing actually created a solution. Medications did what they did, supplementation did what they did, but nothing actually kind of realigned the body like I knew how to do with alignment, whether it's in the yoga room or in the fitness floor. I knew there must be something out there in the cellular health world that could do the same. And it wasn't until I was on the heels of finishing my master's degree that I came across the science behind activation, what I'm going to show you today. So, just proper disclosures, I'm going to share with you my perspective. I'll share with you some information where you can validate and look this up. But just to be compliant here, this is my legal commitment to share this with you. So, LifeVantage is the activation company, and this is what really expanded my mind and got me excited from the very beginning. The information that I looked at was about taking low dose nutritional synergies, those small amounts of natural compounds to affect gene expression. That's what I mean about activation. So, what that really says is that we take it to make it. We take these ingredients, we take these products so that our body can make their processes work. So in our first example, I'm going to show you in the next slide, our flagship product, Protandim Nrf2 Synergizer. In this case, we take Protandim to make our body's own antioxidants. This was a really big deal. When this first came out, there was nothing else like it on the market. There's still nothing else like it on the market. But when we didn't understand what was going on, it really kind of shook up the world of both natural and pharmaceutical health and wellness. So this is where our story began with the creation and formulation of that Protandim Nrf2 Synergizer. A little bit to take you back, our formulator of that product, Dr. Joe McCord, we kind of call him the grandfather of antioxidant therapy. This was at a time where we knew the power of antioxidants. We newly knew the power of antioxidants. We knew that oxidative stress, free radical damage, inflammation, this was just coming to the surface, that this was underlying a lot of the health conditions and issues people were seeing. What we didn't know was how to handle it. And so Dr. Joe McCord, he was given an award, the Elliott Crescent Award. It's given when there's a breakthrough in the field, something innovative, something nobody's seen before, for the discovery of an enzyme in your body called superoxide dismutase, or SOD. More on that at another time, but really what that meant was discovering that something more powerful than like your vitamin C that you can take or even consuming antioxidants for food that your body made inside. And when that hit the airwaves, it caught the attention. So I'm going to play a few moments here of a clip from an old, way back in 2005, ABC Primetime Investigative Report, because the results of this product were like nothing else, so much so that the host of this show, John Quinones, you may remember him, thought it was a false claim, and he came in to debunk the company.
Is an ABC Primetime Investigative Report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life.
It may not look like the fountain of youth,
But inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pause it there. So John Quinones goes in and he interviews the doctor. He does a blood test on national news. And I know that's a little cheesy. You know, this is early 2000 primetime national news report. But what ended up happening is the validation of the science here and the recognition that your body's own antioxidant enzymes that it makes are a million times more potent than any you can consume through food or supplementation. And this was a really big deal. Oxidative stress is at the root of aging, and you know what they say in that video, aging itself is not a disease. But as your body degenerates, it becomes more and more vulnerable to the issues that pop up, to the things that we are bombarded with, the toxic burden, the stress load, and what that means to your overall health and wellness. And when you're little, and you're healthy, your body pumps out these antioxidant enzymes. You know, it's why when you're younger, you recover faster, you bounce back faster after an illness or injury, and that slows down over time. You may remember, you know, in your mid 20s or so, you know, you started to not bounce back like you used to. 30s aches and pains might have started cropping up. 40s things start to go haywire, and beyond that. Well, all this product does, the five botanicals in this product together activate the protein messenger in your cell. It's called Nrf2. That's why this is called Protandim Nrf2. That's the name of that protein messenger that just says, hey, make more antioxidant enzymes like you used to. It just turns that faucet back on. So we take Protandim to make those antioxidant enzymes. And what this means, if you look up oxidative stress, so this is a snapshot of the National Institute of Health's Library of Medicine, pubmed.gov. It's a public website. You can go there and you type in oxidative stress. You'll see it connected to so many issues. So this is a kind of health approach that instead of looking at symptoms, we're accessing our body's systems. Instead of looking at putting on a band-aid to just make you feel better, to kind of calm the outside of what you're feeling and sensing, we're actually rebalancing from the inside. This is true healing from the inside out. And it affects so many different body systems and so many different issues. So after that aired, a couple of things happened. One, we were on the shelves in retail. It flew off the shelves. Of course, people really understood the impact of a product like this, but also caught the attention of some major research organizations. I mean, some of the places on here, American Heart Association, the National Institute on Aging, the one in Amsterdam there down at the lower right-hand corner is entirely focused on anti-aging, because this was a way to bridge natural health and wellness with the kind of third-party research that modern medicine expects, and it put LifeVantage on the map with the science of activation. It was very exciting. And we didn't stop there, because we know that while oxidative stress is a really big issue, it is not the only issue. And so the researchers in the company said, what else? What else is there? So one of the ways that we expanded the activation message is with brain health. We take it to make it with neurotransmitters, or more easily said, brain messengers. Now, you know, I don't know if you've experienced this. My guess is if you don't, somebody you know well has brain fog, sluggishness, lack of clarity, lower mood. This is all when, you know, your brain just starts to get fuzzy and slow down and tired over time. And there's a category in wellness called nootropics, and it's a way to wake that back up, and not from giving a blast of energy like with caffeine or a stimulant, but from allowing those neurotransmitters to do what they do. So that's what our product Axio does. We can take it to make it with collagen. And you guys, I'll tell you, before the most recent product launch, which I'll get to in the next few slides, which is very exciting, our last big hit since Protandim was this True Science Liquid Collagen. And I must admit, myself, some of my colleagues who'd been in this activation game for a while, we kind of rolled our eyes when we heard LifeVantage was coming out with a collagen, because collagen wasn't innovative. We're an innovative company. Nobody knew about this kind of gene activation that you could do with nutritional synergy or nutrigenomics, these wild kind of weirdo words. And, that kind of put us in this weird little nerdy corner of health. Collagen got us out of that corner. And what we did with collagen, because people understood that they needed collagen, they wanted collagen. It was a very sparkly product, but you could get it at Costco, you could get it at the grocery store. So, what made us different here is that approach of activation. Some of the ingredients in here actually influence the genes in your body that, again, have gone sluggish and dormant over time with stress and with age and with the toxic load. And it just says, make more collagen like you did when you were younger. And in addition to replenishing it with a very bioavailable form of collagen replenishment, the activation, there's a piece in there that helps you, that actually protects from the degradation of collagen. So that kind of three-armed approach to collagen was like nothing else. We started seeing results like nothing else. And then we started seeing different results pairing it with this Protandim Nrf2 together. And we have the science to prove it. It stops the cellular stress cycle, that chronic response when your body feels constantly under attack, this low-grade constant stress that is a product of living in the world, the society that we live in today. It helps your body recognize when stress is acute and it is appropriate to respond, and when it's not, and to turn down that volume. And the results we're seeing there, the less aches and pains, the better sleep. This is more than a hair, skin, and nails product, especially when paired with Protandim Nrf2. So I don't have time today to go into all of this, but we went into immune health. We have a beautiful skincare line. I can tell you, getting closer to 50 myself, I am so grateful to have been using this skincare for going on 10 years now. I see the difference. I feel the difference. Knowing I have something clean and non-toxic to put on my skin is amazing. We have some other kind of gaps we fill in with omegas, with D3 plus, with eye health, metabolic health. It's very exciting. Take a look at the website. I can only imagine you like what you see. Rise AM, Reset PM, working with your circadian rhythm, having energy in the day, resting well at night. The approach to activation in these categories is brilliant and like no other. Now listen, I got to bring you up to speed. And the reason why I'm creating this video today, the last time LifeVantage asked, what else can we activate? There was a major category that we'd only barely scratched the surface on with our gut health products that we have. And that's the science of weight management. And out in the world, maybe you have heard of a GLP-1 solution. Now, for years, I have been saying 3 letters and a number, NRF2, and nobody knew what I was talking about. Maybe they knew, if I expressed some of the conditions or the symptoms or things, they understood, and then I would have to kind of backtrack to what that meant, inflammation, and the backtrack into oxidative stress. People's eyeballs rolled around in their heads, but I say GLP-1, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's wild. The synthetic drugs that have been out for years and the way that they have been put to use. And I don't want to knock it. I know they can be life-saving, life-changing. And also, there have been instances where they might have not been the right fit and they have caused some issues. They're expensive, they're behind a prescription, or they're behind a high price tag. And at bottom line, they're not natural and they're not working in synergy with your body's system. So LifeVantage asked this question and just released last October 11th, the Mind Body GLP-1 activation system. This is a brilliant solution to stopping the toxic cycle of emotional eating, getting out of that yo-yo diet culture, and being able to actually regulate this system of your body. The way to increase this GLP-1, and if you don't know what GLP-1 in your body does, it's a hormone. It regulates your satiety, your sense that you're full. It actually can help you discern between your wants and your needs, your cravings of just, habitual cravings or cravings based on the programming of your eating, what your food is telling you want, or what your body is actually craving and needing. It is so brilliant getting that message up to your brain so your brain can make that discernment not only of what you want, but how much and when. This is such smart science. So to create a natural way to increase GLP-1 to this degree, 140%, this is statistically significant. These results I'm about to show you are from a clinical study that was done. The study's linked on our website. So just go to lifevantage.com, go to the Mind Body page. You'll see the study you can look at or download there. But that 140% is enough to actually make a palpable difference, sometimes even on day one, if not within the first few days. Listen, as a fitness professional, weight loss is a very touchy subject. There are a lot of ways to go about that, and not all of them are healthy or sustainable. In fact, I would say most of them are not healthy or sustainable, even if they produce results. A lot of them are quick fixes or come at a high cost to some of your other body systems. The weight loss we saw was fast enough and noticeable enough that people were excited. It helped them stay compliant to staying on the system, and it was healthy and it is sustainable. What we are able to see the changes made is something we can expect to kind of last long term. And you guys, this is the one I get most excited about: maintaining muscle mass. If you know anything about the synthetic options, one of the biggest complaints is loss of muscle mass. And that comes from a few different reasons. And I'm not going to get too deep into that. I'm going to stay in my lane here. But what I can say is when you're working with your body systems, your body knows how to regulate. Your body knows what fuels to burn and what ones to maintain. And when you pair that with some healthy lifestyle choices, and LifeVantage does have, we've really expanded on the understanding of science and arming you with some lifestyle guidelines to be able to maximize and optimize your use of the mind body system. Making sure you get enough protein, making sure you're staying hydrated, that kind of thing. You're really able to maintain this muscle mass as you are losing weight. And to pair with that, a targeted loss in visceral fat. So fat is not fat. There's not just one kind of fat in your body. There's a difference between visceral fat and subcutaneous fat. A little bit of subcutaneous fat isn't a really big deal. You may not love it in the mirror, but I do believe healthy bodies can come in lots of shapes and sizes. And when it's the subcutaneous fat, that's not necessarily dangerous. This visceral fat is, though. It depletes, or it reduces the functioning of your organs, and that can be, especially the older you get and the more issues you're dealing with, that can really affect your health in a major way. So being able to see this differentiation between targeting the visceral fat is a really big deal. Such a big deal when you combine all of these things, as well as some of the other results that we saw, we were able to apply for a patent for this product. So we are patent pending, and really what that means is that this is something novel, this is something innovative, and this is something that is producing a result that has not been seen anywhere else. Amazing. So just quickly, some of the things we saw: the taking back control of the relationship with food, the feeling less hungry, reduced sugar cravings. This is all because of that alignment, the wants and the needs. This is being able to throw willpower out the window. And willpower has kind of been the biggest weapon used for weight loss. And it drove me crazy because it put the responsibility where it should not have been. Our willpower is a very limited resource. The more stress you have in your life, the more you need it for other areas in your life, not food choices. It is so hard to make good food choices with the highly processed foods, the ingredients that are literally designed to make you crave more, and the negative and harmful effects of that. This is not where your willpower really should go. And when the cravings actually meet your needs instead of those false desires, you don't have to use willpower. You get to gain all of that energy, that mental clarity back. You get to take the shame out of the game. This is why I started by saying the toxic cycle starts here. This is truly alignment. And these are the responses that we saw from the clinical study. So beautiful. quick glance at some before and afters. This is my friend, and I'm so grateful to say mentor, Tyler Daniels. His story is amazing. He helped get this company off the ground when Protandim was pulling off the shelves and going into our industry of network marketing. And we have so much to be grateful for him. And he begged to be in the trial group, the first trial group of this mind body product. He's living his best life. He's a new grandpa, and he had put on a few pounds with the kind of freedom that his life allows for him. And I saw him a few weeks ago, and he loves to wakeboard. And he said, when you're dragging around, close to 23 pounds, I think this picture was from before that. He'd lost a few more pounds. He was getting up close to 30. So when you're dragging around that much less, it's so much easier to move on the water. You feel so much more in control. And he went on to say what he's seeing in his life, being able to chase his grandkids around. This really is life-changing. Shauna Mucklow, if you're in our private Facebook group, you may have seen some of her videos or seen some of her posts. So emotional what she has gone through. She has been so gracious to be vulnerable to share her before and afters. This is several weeks old as of this recording. There are updates in the Facebook group if you want to see them. But really incredible. And these folks, they're not making other major changes. They're now just listening to their body. Angie Harper, same thing. She's very healthy, very aware, very, already eating clean and exercising. But just this goes to show when you dial in the right system in the right way, your body just responds in a healthy way. It's beautiful. And I add this one, if you do go look at the study, these are pictures directly from the study. So these are folks who are not in our trial group. They were in the clinical study. They had no other affiliation with our company. They didn't even know what company they were doing the study for, what products they were on. They were just given the products and simple instructions. And these are the results that they saw. And you can really see, especially in these pictures, that visceral fat, the fat surrounding your organs in the middle, how it impacted there. So it's not just the science inside. You can see it from the outside, loud and clear. So, why am I coming to you today? Why LifeVantage? Why now? Having been with this company going on 10 years, I've seen a lot of evolutions. I have felt like the wild woman screaming into the void about nutrigenomics and free radical damage. And we are at a point right now where the world is ready for this message, especially with these products like the collagen and the GLP-1 conversations that are already in people's heads. We really are coming to the place where they're understanding, and then they can look deeper and go upstream and really actually very clearly understand where we started. It's pretty phenomenal how relevant we are today. The spotlight that has been on health these last few years has really just given us a platform to say we have a very powerful natural solution. So whether you're looking for a solution for your own health or say, hey, that's a message I can get behind. And look, you don't have to be a health professional to get behind this. We have the tools, we have the resources to help support anybody who wants to share this with their community. We're a publicly traded company. There's full transparency. We have a beautiful board of directors. You may know the name Erin Brockovich. She is on our board of directors. We've got some great videos if you want to hear her voice. And Activation Nation, you guys, our community. Our products, of course, all have names, but we named our compensation plan because we've updated that. I'll tell you more about that in a moment to be relevant in how people are looking to earn today. But I can't get to that without saying, earning money is one thing. Earning money in a community that is having fun and supporting each other together. We've named our community Activation Nation. So just a quick overview here. Who is all behind this? This is our CEO at the top here, Steve Fife, our visionary leadership. He came on board after being our CFO, our Chief Financial Officer for many years, and he stepped into CEO on the heels of COVID, saying, we've been on this activation plateau for a while, and it's time to take this company to the masses. And in this time, we have rung the closing bell on NASDAQ twice. We've been featured on Newsweek for our breakthrough activation strategy to health. We've been featured in Forbes as a stock to watch. And if you go look at what has happened to our stock, especially since launching the Mind Body GLP-1 activator, you will see why. And we're very responsible and caring folks. Our legacy is our charity organization. We are very responsible. We know that, having an impact in people's worlds comes in a lot of different ways. And we are very fortunate to be debt-free and have some to spare to give back to communities. As of this recording, we just had some big hurricanes here in the US. Our money is going to people who really do need to rebuild. So just a little bit about earning here. The Evolve compensation plan, we really looked at where the market is today, how network marketing can really show up and be relevant. Some people just want to share. Some people have a few friends and family in a small community they want to share, earn some money back, get their product paid for, maybe put some holiday cash in their pocket, or they really have influence over a large uh, network and they can share product and you can get paid for that. So you can look at it just like a side hustle like that. And then there's folks like me who really love the opportunity to create a legacy income. I looked at this, I was a single mom at the time. I couldn't gig anymore, teaching more classes, training more clients, but I knew I needed another spoke in my income wheel. And so for me, this was a way I could serve my community with products, not just services, and be able to create that. And what I've gotten inspired to do is really lead a movement here. There can be some long-term cash flow. So just very briefly, if this is the part that excites you, you can earn up to 40% on the consumables that go through your organization. And what's great is that, you turn someone on to this, they have amazing results, they order on subscription, you're getting paid month after month after month, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel over time. And it just means that the more people who do that, the higher your paycheck gets. The build and grow part, when you find other people who want to do what you're doing, share what you're sharing, you get paid to help them get off the ground. You get paid to help support them get this out to their communities. And it really is a deep and rich way to kind of create your own community and put some more cash in your pocket for doing so. And then this larger piece of the pie here, this leadership development piece, when you're kind of mentoring people to walk this path. And again, you get to choose your own path here. This is not one size fits all, but this is what creates what I call a culture of unity here in LifeVantage. Network marketing, I don't know what your experience is. I had a kind of bad taste in my mouth for it when I started, but I saw something different. LifeVantage is different. I will say, good different. And part of it is because this one part of the compensation plan, and you can go to the website and see details, all the crunchy numbers about it. But the leadership pool, it takes a percentage of global revenue and divides it up amongst the top leadership of the company. And what that means is they're getting paid over everything, not just what their business or their team or their organization is doing. So that creates a culture where they are open to teaching everybody, because the more the global revenue goes, the more this part of their paycheck grows. And we really do see it, the help, the support, the community that's there. I mentioned we're publicly traded. So this is, I believe our next most recent one, the 2023 one, is about to drop soon. That will be updated on the website as soon as it does. But this is our income disclosure statement. It is currently on the website. And that average monthly commissions at paid rank, the 1, 2, 3, third column from the left there, you can see averagely what people are getting paid per month at the different ranks. There's real money here, whether it's real part-time money, real kind of half-time money, or real like big time money. You can see what people are getting paid here. So this does change lives. It changes lives on people's health. It changes lives on their financial ease. I know it has done so for me, and I am so, so grateful. If your curiosity is sparked, we like to say you enroll with a pack and subscribe with a stack. So if you want to be a consumer, that's what you do. You go to our website, look at the product stacks, bundles, create your own, and you can order right from the website. It's easy peasy. It's one of the most seamless websites I have seen in the industry. If you are interested in sharing, you enroll with a pack. So this is just a few of them. There are many more. So you can go on the website and see the other options. And find the one that has the right combination for you. And you can talk to the person who invited you to watch this, of like, what would the benefits of this one be versus this one. We can walk you through that. And then we help you share. We plug you into the system. We give you the resources. We connect you with the team. It really, there's nothing like this community. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen today. Thank you so much for considering the options here. I do hope we found something that excites you. Get back with the person who invited you to watch this with any questions or to get the right link or anything else that we can provide. Have a great day.